It was the night of Valentine's that we found her, lying in her room with no clues but a cut throat and a note that read, "Be mine." Seemed like a shame to ruin such a pretty young face. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of my bloody Valentine's look, so if you haven't seen part 1, make sure you watch that first. But let's get started. Go ahead and throw your hair up to get it out of the way, and then grab your petroleum jelly, aka Vaseline. This is not a recipe with precise measurements, so I'm just going to grab about a spoonful of that and then about a spoonful of flour. Then you just want to mix those two together, preferably without making a huge mess. Now I'm going to add a pump or two of my foundation and mix that in just to make sure that this mixture matches my skin tone as much as possible, and then start applying this mixture to my neck. Now I'm going to leave a little strip of skin on my neck empty or clean, because that's going to be where the cut is actually going to be on my neck, or the illusion of the cut is going to be created. But you really just kind of want to glob up that mixture around where the cut is going to be, because this is going to simulate your skin kind of hanging from your body. Now, using the back side of my spoon, although you can use pretty much whatever you have on hand, like a little spatula, I'm going to start removing that excess petroleum jelly that we don't need because it looks very unrealistic. So I'm just going to gently scrape up or down depending on what side of the cut I'm on, and just start merging that as much as possible with my natural skin. Just blending that in very gently. You don't want to mash down too hard on it, because then that petroleum jelly will just sit flat on your skin and will not have the illusion of having pieces of skin actually sticking out from your body like we want. Then I'm going to tidy up with a makeup wipe, and then grab some red lipstick and go in and color in that whole cut with my red lipstick. Now for the fun part, blood. So this is my homemade blood. I make mine out of corn syrup, red food coloring, and cocoa powder for consistency. I'm going to go ahead and use the back side of my spoon to apply that. I tried the pipette and it didn't work, so the back side of my spoon worked better for me, but you can also use like a paintbrush to paint it on a little bit thinner. If you guys want to make your own homemade blood, you definitely can, and I will do a tutorial for you if you feel like you want a tutorial for that. But make sure before you do it that you're not allergic to red food coloring, especially if you plan to put this in your mouth like I do. Disclaimer over. For my forehead wound, I started off by just piling up a little bit of that petroleum jelly mixture on my forehead. Then using a small brush, the end of a small brush, I'm just going to even it out to where it looks like it could possibly be blended in with my normal skin, and then make a slit down the middle. The goal is to really make sure it's blended in with your skin so that it looks as natural as possible. Then you can deepen that using a little angled brush like I did, and again make sure it's even. So using the same trick with the blood on the back of my spoon, I'm just going to dab it in that cut, and then let a little drip off the end of my spoon so that I have a nice drop of blood. For my cheek cut, it's pretty much the same principle. I'm going to start out by globbing on a whole bunch onto my cheek. Then I'm going to draw a line through that to symbolize the actual cut, and then even out the sides of that cut so that it looks like it's just my skin that's been kind of pulled away from my face due to the cut. Then we're going to add the blood in the same way from before and work on smoothing things out so it's as natural looking as possible. Now, this method of creating wounds can be used pretty much anywhere on your body. You can make as big or small of wounds as you want. You can make as many or as few of you as you want. So it's pretty much an easy and very affordable way to make wounds and scars and scabs and things like that. Using some reddish brown eyeshadow and a little round brush, I'm going to start dabbing on bits of eyeshadow around this wound to simulate kind of the bruising and the redness that would start to appear after a cut like this on your face. Then using my finger, I'm going to dab at those just to make sure they don't look like perfect round spots of makeup. We want them to look more natural and like a real bruise would. If you get too much in one certain spot, don't be afraid to take a makeup or a baby wipe and just clean it up a little bit. I'm going to use the same principle on my forehead wound as well. Now I'm going to add some more blood to my neck, and I will tell you guys that I noticed that the petroleum jelly mixture around my neck started to run down my neck because I had put so much blood on it. So just be aware not to overkill your wounds with blood because it will make that petroleum jelly run and not hold its shape perfectly. Then since my blood is edible, I decided of course to put some in my mouth. And that, guys, is how super simple, easy, and affordable these wounds are to make. Now, if you want to be so extra that you literally bleed glitter, you can grab some red glitter or whatever color really and dab it on top of your fake blood because it should still be pretty tacky and sticky and it should adhere to that glitter, and you can literally bleed glitter. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video on how to make quick, easy, and affordable wounds, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you go. I'll see you guys next time.